Men in Black International. Now, when I was getting set to do this review series, I initially thought just do the first three because what does this have to do with your childhood, right? The more I thought about it, the more I realized that I could not do the other three without this one. The first two came out when I was younger, 10 in 1997, and then 2002 when I would have been 15. So I was still, you're considered a kid or a teenager. Kid, you're a minor until you're 18. That's what I'm saying. And then Men in Black 3 came out in 2013, almost like 11 years after the second one, which I didn't go see it because I was already I don't know how this is going to be. And I should have went see it because that's actually a pretty good movie. This one, they announced, they got a totally different director and F. Gary Gray instead of Barry Sonnenfeld, who did the first three. Will Smith wasn't coming back. Tommy Lee Jones wasn't coming back. The only character, well, there's two characters. Frank, who has a cameo in this, and O, played by Emma Thompson, who was in the previous film. And she basically bookmarks or bookends the movie. She's at the beginning, she's at the end. That's about it. And this one, now, I don't hate it. People bash this movie, but there's a lot to kind of digest, and there's a lot to kind of think, okay, well, what, It starts off with this scene that takes place in 2016 with Liam Neeson's High T, or T, whatever, and Chris Hemsworth's H. And they're going to take down this aliens or alien, whatever it is, called the Hive. And they go into the Eiffel Tower. They go in. This portal opens up. Something comes out, and then it cuts to back in 1996, which is before the first movie takes place. And it has a little girl, Molly, who's the female lead in this, and she meets this little alien. It was raised like I don't know, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. But this little blue alien that has been tracked down to here. And the Men in Black show up. They erase the parents' memories. One, okay. You have to look at the thing, right? But the little girl's looking out. Because the first time I watched this, I wasn't paying attention. I figured, okay, they know what they're doing. But this time I paid attention more. So you have to for a review. She's looking right out the window when the flashy thing, when the neuralizer goes off. Which means her mind should have been wiped too. Now this could have been saved, but her mind gets wiped, and because alien's in her room. Her mind gets wiped quick, and she turns around and sees the alien, and, okay, that changes it. The flashy thing working on her would have been, okay, and why they do it, but it's just the fact that she wasn't affected by the neuralizer when she was looking right out the window when they did it. Maybe it's got to be close range, maybe it's got to be right there, maybe it doesn't affect, the neuralizer doesn't affect when it's far away. I don't know. But they got that big ass one in the Statue of Liberty. Remember from that second one, I think it is? Or the other first one? Second one. Yeah. And so now we find out that this Molly has grown up looking for the Men in Black. So why did it take to 2019 for her to find the Men in Black, right? I understand that if you're looking for something, you're not going to find it unless they want you to find it. That's the point. But she she's been looking for this ever since then. You'd think it would have been a little bit earlier when she found it, but nonetheless, she eventually gets there. She talks to O. O sends her to the International. Okay. First off, they try to play this kind of... There's red herrings in this as to who the villain is in this film. They say it could be H. They say it could be C, which is Rafe Spall's character. And he was just the villain in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom the year previous. So it's possible. You see Amy like, okay, he's the villain. Or it could be High T, Liam Neeson's character. And there is something, you see from the beginning that there's something going on. It's going to be, if you're smart enough to think about this, it's going to be one of the two agents that, once the Hive gets brought back up again, the Hive is mentioned again, you got to use your smarts, and you got to think it has to be one of the two agents that was there 3 years earlier at the statue, at the Eiffel Tower. And obviously, and then you got a process of elimination. It obviously cannot be H, because he's got to be the hero of this. He's the K in this situation, sort of, so to speak. Then again, they can also play on that H, that T is the K in this situation. And maybe it's a twist that H is the... And they try to convince you of this too. But they try to convince you of this too with C thinking that it's H. But I'm sorry, I watched this movie and I look at Liam Neeson, and right away, when I first watched this, I watched this with my son when I first watched this. Right away, I'm like, Liam Neeson's the villain. And he has to be. It makes no sense, because they kept like pointing the finger. It was too much pointing towards H. They say, oh, he's acted different ever since that. Ever since 3 years ago, ever since something happened, he's acting way different. You would if you were in a situation like that where you lost you lost the battle. So, yes, he's been partying a little bit more, sure. And I don't remember if they said he was actually affected by something, but he's not evil. It turns out, yes, T is the villain. And it's so easy to figure out if you're smart enough. If you're paying attention, it's easy to figure out. And the real roll your eyes moment, the 1,000,000 chance, the 1,000,000 roll your eyes moment, where you realize that there's 1,000,000 chance that this could actually happen, and it does, is they go to see this woman. I don't know her name, but it's someone that H has been in contact with. And they go to see her, and she's got this bodyguard. They need to get this something from her. And then you got this bodyguard. And the bodyguard is the same species as this little creature that Molly, or M, found was in her house back in 96. So if you're already thinking, you're already ahead of me on this. So don't get too ahead of me on this. The little alien said something to her back in 96 that she repeats this time. And it turns out that this creature is the same creature she met back in 96. Bullshit. There's no freaking way in 1,000,000 years that out of every alien species, out of any one of those that it could be, it happens to be that specific alien that she met in 1996. No way. It's a real roll the eyes moment when they say, Molly. She's like, it is you. And you're just like, oh, really? They're doing this? This is just... Okay, sure. And then, to point more to the fact that Liam Neeson is the bad guy, he shows up right after the events of this, right after they escape. He shows up and she hands him the thing, whatever it was they went to get. And right away, I had suspicions, and right there, that's when I said, he's definitely the villain. There's something going on, and you see the end of this with the hive, and And then she ends up going back to New York anyway, and then H becomes the probationary leader of the International. Fine. I think I would have liked the fourth film with Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones better than this. As messed up as their continuity was, the trailers made me think, because, they showed that, the second trailer showed that there were two agents outside her house, and I'm like, okay, who could it be? Like, who could this, could it be? It can't be. Because the trailer looked like it was a white man and a black man, Caucasian, African American, and I'm like, okay, it can be J, but it couldn't be K. If they're trying to imply it was J and K, it couldn't be them. Or it could be J, but it couldn't be K, because it was... Because I thought, she said like 20 years ago, so it would be 2018, 1998 or 1999, whenever it was. J would be around, but K would be retired. Neuralized and all that. So, but they're just two random agents. And when I first was, I'm like, oh, it's not even them. It's two random agents. Okay, that makes more sense. It makes a lot more sense. So, yeah. Overall, this movie is it's a cash grab. I know it is. I would also like to have seen the spinoff that they actually wanted to do. That people wanted to see was MIB 23, which would be a crossover between Men in Black and the 21 Jump Street franchises. But we're probably never going to get that. And I hope they go through with this proposed fifth film, which technically is the fourth one. It's a spinoff. So an actual main fourth film with Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith coming back, because it would be better. And just kind of try to close out the trilogy. And if you have to, I would actually be, all for this. If you have to end it with Kay's death, because this, all you'd have to do, with the fourth film to close it out and end this, because this franchise, not including this thing, has been about as much about Agent K as it has J, right? It's about K losing his partner, K wanting something more, J wanting something more than just being a cop, J finding something more, and K getting something more. Yes, the sequels cracked all over that, but it was also, they even, they wrote that in there, even though he was with what he wanted to, he knew there was something more out there that he wanted, which means that he was supposed to be part of Men in Black to begin with. And especially the third one focused more on K and J's relationship. You bring that full circle by killing off K at the end. By either him getting killed, not, his supposed death in the third one, actually killed where Jay can mourn him. Something like that. And you then have Jay retire from Men in Black and say, you know what? I've seen enough. And you have him neuralized and he's out to make his own life. Maybe he meets someone while on the job and falls for her. And they set that up where both their memories are neuralized. And he, they set up a meet cute, as you call it. And they meet each other and they walk off together to have a life or something. And you see O and Frank in the background. And you say, Frank, I think he's going to be okay. Or something like that. You know what I mean? Something like that. You set up you do a fourth film. It's going to respect the rest of the franchise like it has been. And you end it that way. Let the fourth one be the last one. They probably won't because they want to keep making money, but I'm just saying. As much as I love this franchise, it deserves better than this. This is a spin-off, a cash grab because they wanted to cash in on the franchise by making a spin-off. Nothing to do with, they didn't bring back Barry Sonnenfeld. Bring him back for the fourth one if you do. Who had been a part of this franchise from the beginning. They didn't do that. They brought in F. Gary Gray, and his directing, not bad at all. The cinematography and stuff, great. He's not bad. It's just the writing, and it's so telegraphed. These twists they're supposed to put in there. You know that Liam Neeson is the bad guy. And the whole, this alien creature is the one. No. So, I gotta give this a 5 out of 10. A 5 out of 10. Definitely the worst of these movies. 5 out of 10. So, what are your thoughts on Men in Black International? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.